The game Speed Racer was released in 2008 along with its counterpart movie by the same name. I'm not going to get into what the movie was about because today we're talking about the game, specifically the music. We're just going to hop right into it and talk about the menu theme. One of the best menu themes I've heard aside from like Sonic Riders. Very streamlined, sounds like something from Tron. Although it doesn't really reflect the hard and fast racing in the game, I think it's a nice, cool opening for one of the best racing games on the PS2. The first thing you hear is the stomping and clapping of the crowd, immediately telling you that you're being watched by adoring fans. As the tempo picks up, so does your excitement. You can already feel like you have to push your T180, which is the name of the cars, to its absolute limit. Then the clapping picks up, and you're met with what I believe are horns, but I think it'd also be violin, with a little electric guitar in the back. Not to mention the public screaming, "Go, go, go," to really give the track that stadium feel. Personally, this is definitely in my top 4 favorite songs in the game. I mean, just listen to this. Now, something interesting about this soundtrack is that for each main song for a raceway, they have their own winning and losing themes for each race, when you start the race, etc. The first song before you race on Thunderhead has a beautiful violin and guitar lead, as you hear the crowd clapping and stomping like in the main theme. Absolutely perfect. Zone mode is when you hit the boost button 4 times and absolutely fly by the competition, all while listening to the epic electro steroids that keep pumping through your ears, while still keeping the iconic violins and crowd stomps. Then we have the rival battle music, which I believe was a cancelled game mode, but the music is still in the game. And I gotta tell you, the zone and rival battles really make you think that you could punch a bear and slap a beehive and outrun them both. Now ditching the soothing guitar and just going ham on that piano. I mean, listen to this. The last 3 songs in Thunderhead are the win theme, the place theme, and the lose themes. Depending on what place you get, the music will change, similar to Mario Kart. The victory theme is like coming out of a war victorious, with the violins and clapping slowed. It kinda sounds somber, but you know that you have won. Up next is the place theme. Very similar to the victory theme, but it sounds like there's less put into it, hitting you with that Hawaiian guitar riff for the start, much like you put less effort into getting first place. Lastly, there's the lose theme, where you can really tell that you've done poorly. Even less is put into the song, and you can really hear the stomping and clapping and the electric guitar, but that's pretty much it. An empty feeling song for those trophyless empty hands. Next is the main theme of Skorost, which means speed in Russian, and if you're fortunate to play this on the PS2 instead of the Wii, unlike me, then you got to hear this amazing Hyper Tetris theme. It was not in the Wii version due to what I can only assume was how much the Wii could handle. You can really hear the urgency to dodge attacks and get up or to keep the lead as much as possible.
Товарищи, никогда не сдавайтесь.
Before Skoros gives me the Italian vibes, like walking through a big gold mansion about to meet the Godfather or something. Not quite sure if you're coming out of the building with your head or not. Now the zone theme for this track doesn't really keep any of the iconic traits from its main theme like Thunderhead. It sounds like generic fast-paced electro music with some drums, which is probably why I can't really remember this one, but I do like how it starts. The rival battle hits you with fast-paced violins and electric guitars. I'd say it keeps the classical music vibe that the main theme has. Not to mention, there's not a lot to say about this one, and to be honest, it's kinda weak compared to the other rival battles. Holy chim chim cookies, this victory theme is fantastic! Definitely one of my favorites. It's just so dramatic. It feels like you're in the middle of a battle about to take your last stand and then coming out victorious while still having that Tetris theme. If you listen closely, you can even hear a bit of that stomping and clapping from Thunderhead. Same as all of the other victory and lose themes, less and less gets put into the song depending on where you place, and you can definitely tell with this one. This just sounds like the Tetris theme, but somebody added a little something something to it. I must not have heard this one in a hot minute because the second half really caught me by surprise. This loose theme truly sounds sorrowful with the iconic violin and electric guitar. It reminds me of the ending of the Avengers Infinity War, when Thanos is done with the stones and he's alone in his little field. Like, you could literally play this over that and it would fit. This cool collections of songs. Haha, get it? Cause it's an Arctic track? Alright. You can immediately hear the chilling wind as the tempo starts slow but picks up same as your speed from when the race starts, making you want to bundle up because you know it's going to be a cold one. High energy violins hit you harder than an iceberg hit the Titanic as you race through the Aurora Crypticon and the enormous icebergs. Before Aurora gives you even more of that bing chilling wind feeling. It reminds me of missing the bus and having to walk to school in the winter, wishing that you could stay home by the fire, but nope, you have to walk 2 miles to a place that you hate. Zone mode has blaring alarms and that riff from the main theme, like part of the ice supporting the track is about to melt and you have to get past it before the track falls apart. The violins sound frightened and the drums added the cymbals. The violin and drums take the lead for this rifle battle while the electric guitar takes the back seat. This is probably one of my favorites. I honestly don't have much to say about this one, I just think it sounds great. Honestly, this win victory gives me the you're doing alright kind of vibes, and the second half sounds like a smoother version of the main theme. The place theme is kind of bland in my opinion. It picks up a little in the second half, but the violins get a little more energetic before finishing with clashing cymbals. Kind of the same how I feel with the victory theme. Even though it's empty, except in the guitar solo, it doesn't really give me a feeling of losing, more like a cozy guitar riff. As soon as the Fuji Helexicon starts, you can already tell where this track takes place. Even though the violins and guitar are still present, the bongos and native chanting are completely different from anything we've heard so far, and it really sells the volcanic island theme for this track. Ooh, listening to this with headphones is so orgasmic.
What did he say?
The chanting and bongos are even more clear, and they added the maraca sounding instrument with the guitar. Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare! Acid trip electro nightmare, nightmare, nightmare! Similar to the Zone theme, but honestly, this rival battle theme is probably my least favorite. The violins are fine, but it's like there's a little techno mosquito in my ear. It's just, ugh. A toned down version of the rival battle. I actually think that this victory theme sounds alright. Again, not a lot to say about this one aside from repeating myself. Ooh, they hitting us with that National Geographic African beat. Probably one of the best sounding Lose themes so far. Honorist starts off with some welcoming seagulls before the simple electric guitar starts and stays with you for a hot minute. Then some soothing violins take the lead and are ramped up over time. A pretty slow start to a decent song. very similar to its main theme but slowed down to perfection. That Egyptian beats relaxation with seagulls coming back in louder waves. The guitar has calmed down and so have the violins. Completely different from anything else involving this track. High tempo with some electric guitar, and then halfway it literally just becomes a Nirvana song. One of the better rival themes in the game. The drums drill deep into your ears before the violins take up horror-sounding strings followed by electric guitar, and then are silenced to let the guitar take the lead. Not much to say about this victory theme, kinda bland and just sounds like slightly different variations of what we've heard already. Now this Lose theme, however, is great. The strum of the electric guitar mixed with the piano, leaving you that feeling of a disappointing race. Definitely a game over screen for real. Those first 2 seconds and you already know it's about to go down. And they hit us with the piano and the electric guitar. And oh my god, that angelic choir picks up and it's just heavenly. All these things put together really give off that final race feeling, like everything is at stake. Even though the violins have been a part of almost every song, this is where they really shine, with the guitar taking the back seat. Gives me the feeling of like a hero trapped in a mystical forest while his lover's life is coming to an end by the hands of some villain. Truly a masterpiece. This is a certified headbanger for real. Starting off with a simple electric guitar and then going all the way techno in the second half. Kinda wish there was more. Similar to the main theme, the Grand Prix rival battle theme just absolutely smacks you in the face with the fact that you know it's the final race and you really need to go, go, go. Truly a heroic sounding victory. Still using the same tools as the main theme, you truly feel like you deserved this win. Sounding kinda like a Disney fairy type beat with the electric guitar, and then out of nowhere it switches to techno and sounds like a rainbow mix of Speak With Your Heart from Sonic Colors Ultimate. Holy hell! This song is still from the game about racing, right? It feels like I just killed 2,000 demons right on top of a mountain and I'm about to sacrifice their blood to the gods above. The choir is outstanding and the blaring electric guitar is perfect.